It is Tuesday, September 20. Where's my calendar? September 27th, 2022. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. September, it flew by the first couple the first week or so, but really this last 2 weeks, it's kind of gone really slowed down a lot, it feels like. And, with Major League Baseball winding down shortly and NBA starting and NHL starts September 7th, right? October 7th. October 7th in Prague. The fun never ends, We've got a lot of exciting things going on. So, I thought
back-to-back games in Prague.
What's that?
It's back-to-back games in Prague. They play on the 7th, and then they played another one right after on the 8th in Prague. So 2 nights in Prague.
Well, NHL is kind of the sound of, the Zen koan. What is the sound of one hand clapping? Or if a tree falls in the forest and no one's there to hear it, does it make a sound? Because it's like NHL, nobody cares. It's like we could put up an NHL video against a WNBA video. I'll bet $100 on WNBA outperforms it. It is the sport that very few people seem to care about, which is amazing. But some point, maybe it will catch on. I don't know what they have to do. Try putting it. First they had it like as a, in just cold weather states. Then they decided, well, let's put it in places like Los Angeles and Florida and Carolinas and Atlanta and all these different places, and see if maybe the Dallas, right? Let's put it in all these warm weather places too. Nashville, we'll see if it works there. I think it worked in those pockets, but as far as like making it grasp throughout the South in the middle of college football season, just not going to happen for them. Just not going to develop. And especially, college, then you have college basketball it competes against. Once again, in the South, not going to win that battle. And it kind of goes on from there. But I know in other parts of the world, it is super popular, like in the Nordic regions and in Canada. But for me, not on my radar. Do not care. Do not care. It's like, it is the worst. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand how they can't get it done. It's like, it's amazing, that you have a sport. It's like, where these guys, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to put my finger on it. I think it is that the cold and the ice and all that stuff. It's maybe just uninviting. I don't know. Or the players are so covered up, right? You can't even really see who they are. I don't know, but it hasn't always been that way, Before they used to not wear helmets and all this gear and everything, and still was not as popular. It might be a little bit more popular than, but I don't know. Like, for someone like me, I could have an NHL player standing right next to me. I wouldn't know, I
Depends who it was. I think you might know a couple.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No. So the guy on the Blackhawks, one of those like star defensemen of the Stanley Cup winning team, like one of the star of star defensemen on that team, not Duncan Keith, but the other guy who was like the all pro whatever. Okay, lived in my building, was sitting like 2 chairs down from me at the pool. I had no idea it was him or who he was. So it's I lived in Chicago, and they had won the cup. So this is how little I actually do know. What year was that? That would be
2010.
2010 team, and the guy's name
Brent Seabrook.
Yes, that's the guy.
Seabrook. Yeah,
yes,
Seabrook.
That's the guy. That's the guy.
You imagine Mitch sitting at the pool. It's a nice ice bucket you got there, and it's the Stanley Cup sitting next to him.
No, actually, they were across the street. The guys were across the street. It was Patrick Kane and Toes, the guy who was the captain. Those two were actually across the street at Gibson's. I saw the Stanley Cup there, but I had no idea who they were. So, just it is what it is, It's like very tough to figure it out. The one guy who I actually did recognize was Joel Quinville, who when I had hair got his hair cut at the same place that I did.
Of course, with that mustache, how could you miss him?
Yeah, right.
But I don't know, man. I know a lot of people enjoy the NHL. I know that it seems to be a very bettable, sport. So people like that. But for me, it's like I don't know. I can't get there. I tried. It's not like I haven't tried.
No,
Well, I haven't tried.
we
That
tried.
hard. I haven't tried that hard.
You
Haven't tried that hard.
Yeah.
But you guys can do your NHL thing all you want. Just do it somewhere else.
You can do your NHL, but you just can't do it right here.
Yeah, just not with me. You can do it on after the show. You can have the after NHL show. You can have the penalty box, whatever the hell you want to call it. Just do it over there. It's kind of like the jerk. It's like you could have anything on this shelf, below this line, above this line, to the left of the chiclets, but not including the pencil erasers.
With a limit of $1 to $5.
I'm just trying to figure out the schedule to see if that overlaps that baseball.
The World Baseball Classic or something?
No, the baseball when the season ends in the playoffs.
Oh.
And I think it does because I think actually it's
It ends
October.
October 5th.
It's actually October 9th, I believe, baseball. Oh, no. So it does. You're right.
I thought it was the 5th.
5th. But Monday, October 10th, there's no baseball between the wild card and the divisional series. So there will be hockey on that day. So that will be a filler. Of course, the NHL, the way they generally do things is they probably have no game scheduled that day. That's just the way that this league works. It's like, let's find a day where we have perfectly can take advantage of a wide open schedule and really promote our sport. Like if it was me running it, I would start games at 12 noon Eastern time and have them start every 2 hours all day long. For these guys, we look at the schedule for Monday, October 10th, and there's no game scheduled.
No.
There it is.
Thank you, Gary Bettman.
Yeah. Does it even make any sense whatsoever?
No.
I mean, look at that.
No,
Monday, October 10th, no game scheduled. Tuesday, October 11th, 2 games.
Yeah, I was going to say, because it goes from the 7th and 8th, that home in Prague. And then
Prague.
And then
Yep.
it and then it goes right to
Take a
the
break.
11th or 12th. Yeah.
Yeah. Just
It takes a break till it takes 2 days off. So, you get 2 days off. What? You haven't even started yet. You get 2 days off. All right.
doesn't make any sense at all.
Well, it's not even that they get 2 days off. It's just like the regular season gets delayed 2 more games because it's only those 2 teams in action that are in Prague.
Yep. Makes absolutely good job, Ben. Keep up.
And then their season will start like a week later after those 2 games. They won't play for a week.
Yeah, they'll be off for a week because they had to travel to Europe.
How'd you guys do in the Monday night football? I won the first quarter in the first half. I lost the game. That's how I did. And then I pushed on the total. So I'm kind of like a big – I guess I ended up ahead, and then I had the Orioles. So I ended up winning. But, yeah, CeeDee Lamb actually caught a pass. So, holy shit, man, stop the presses. It's like, oh, my God, man. It's like, is he in a contract year or something that he actually made a catch? Because he couldn't catch the easy one, right?
Right? So he has to catch the one that's the one-hander and just hauls it in. It's like, look at
He's got so the
me.
Cowboys have 2 wins. What's the regular season win totals for the Cowboys? Is there like an in-season one that we can hit the under on? Because
Let me see.
we know they're fully capable of blowing it.
Let me do some digging.
So the Cowboy win totals for the regular season, it was
I'm still seeing 9.5.
Yeah, it was 10.5 to start the season.
9.5 juice to the under.
It's hard at 9.5 because you got 17 games.
Yeah.
They'd still have to finish 3 games over, which is a reach. Huh. I have to revisit that one. Oh well. We've got Major League Baseball going on today. First game out of the gate is going to be the Guardians and the Rays. Chris, what do you think?
It's gonna be another solid matchup, and I'm leaning towards the under here. Corey Kluber, he's had issues on the road this season. We did hold the Guardians to 4 runs over 6 innings, and Shane Bieber still pitching really well over his last 7 starts, a 1.79 ERA. I could see this being a first to 4 wins kind of game if we even get that high. So give me the under between the Guardians and Rays.
And for me in this one, I'll just take the Guardians. They're playing the better ball. I don't trust Kluber. Look at his last 3. 0-2 with a over 7 ERA in his last 3. And Bieber still pitching lights out. 3-0. His last 3 with a 1.64 ERA and a 0.77 WHIP. He's won 4 straight. And over his last 10, he's got a 1.4 ERA. I'll just take the Guardians. Give me the Guardians over the Rays in this one.
Yeah, the Rays have been slow starters for series all season long. And, the Guardians generally get to this time of year, whether they're in it or not, are generally tough. I'm going to take I'm with you guys on this one. Go to our next game on the board, and it is the Pirates against the Reds. Mitch Keller against Hunter Green. We've seen the good and bad from Hunter Green so far this season. Mitch Keller, well, we have seen the bad and the bad from him. Chris, what do you think?
I'm leaning towards Cincinnati. The only thing that scares me about that is that the Pirates have still had the Reds number, and go back to Hunter Green's full start against the Pirates. It's a game where he threw a no-hitter but still found a way to take the loss in that game. So I'm still leaning towards Cincinnati. I do like what I've seen from Hunter Green, and Mitch Keller's given up 5 runs in each of his 2 starts against the Reds this season, but it's a lean at best.
Rod.
For me, I'll just take the Pirates in this one. Just keep the streak going. They've won 5 straight against the Reds, and I don't know if either of these pitchers equate to who's going to get the win. So I'll take the Pirates here in this one.
The Reds have been terrible, but no one's been worse than Mitch Keller. I'm going to take the Reds here on this one. We go to the Tigers against the Royals. Joey Wentz against Zach Greinke. Greinke hasn't been all that terrible lately, and this is could be his farewell tour. I say this in my videos all the time. I don't think Greinke's going to the Hall of Fame, not because he doesn't have the resume to be there, because look, he's been the number 2 starter on some of the best teams out there, the Dodgers, the Astros. I mean, this guy's done it. He's got a Cy Young Award, with Kansas City, but the writers are the ones that vote for the Hall of Fame for baseball, and he has a bad relationship with them. He doesn't give interviews. He doesn't respond well to questions. He's kind of like us. That dog bites, and, they don't like that. So he's probably not going to go to the Hall of Fame based on that, regardless of what his numbers are. Chris, who do you like in this one? Do you think Greinke is a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, you make the good point that it is the writers that nominate him, but I still think if you're looking at resume, he should be in there. But I don't know if this start is necessarily gonna contribute to that. I like the Tigers in this one. Greinke struggled on the road pretty much all season long, and Joey Wentz, he's still trying to audition to be a part of this Tigers rotation, going into next season. And he's pitched pretty well in his last 3 starts since rejoining the rotation, allowed just 2 runs over 16 plus innings of work. I think that the Tigers can get a win here over the Royals. So give me the Tigers at home in this one.
Yeah, I honestly don't think that he's going in. 3.44 career ERA, and you know, he just doesn't. He's not going to get the benefit of the doubt. You know, he's just not going to get it. He's got 223 career wins, which is off the chain these days. I mean, he is basically, if he could hang out, you know, for a couple more years, he could get very close to that 300 wins, which you just aren't going to see too often anymore with these 5-man plus rotations and bullpen games and stuff. But yeah, 19 years, 223 wins. He's not getting in.
Did he win a World Series with the Astros?
I believe
he did.
I believe so. 2019.
Did, yeah.
2019, right? They won it.
Yeah.
He pitched in Arizona. He pitched for the Dodgers. I mean, he's been in a lot of games. Second in the MVP voting, fourth in the MVP voting. He's got a Cy Young Award. Rookie of the Year, 4th place. I mean, he's got a resume that's, you know, certainly there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 All-Star games. I don't know. But I'm telling you, he doesn't have a good relationship with the writers, and that's going to ruin it for him. I mean, 13-7, 17-7, 19-3. He was 19-3 with the Dodgers in 2015. Wow. 17-8, 15-4 with the Dodgers, 9-3 with the Brewers, 16-6 with the Brewers, 16-8 with the Royals. I mean, this guy's had some seasons, you know, and like I said, he's not going. He was 19-3 with a 1.66 ERA for the Dodgers. Golden Glove, All-Star, second in the Cy Young voting.
No World Series. The 2019 was the year the Nationals won, and he got pulled in Game 7.
So he hasn't won a World Series then.
So he hasn't. No, I think it was 2018 that the Astros would have won, and he only got traded to them in 2019.
No. Well, then definitely he's not getting it. For me in this one, I like the over. You look Greinke on the road. He's 0-7 with an over 6 ERA on the road. Detroit 5-1 to the over their last 6 games. And the Royals are 6-0 in Greinke's last 6 starts after scoring 5 runs or more in the previous game. Royals are also 4-1 in their last 5 following a day off. I like the over here. Give me the over was 7.5. Seems a little light to me too. Give me the over 7.5.
I'm taking the Royals in this one. Tigers are really blowing chunks here coming down the stretch. Just a real disappointing year for the Tigers this season. I think the expectations were pretty high after last year, but yeah, those have pretty much gone out the window. Don't use the blowing chunks analogy too often on the show. We'll have to use that one for hockey coming up. We've got Nationals. Are you guys doing puck dogs? You guys gonna do videos? You guys gonna do anything for hockey? You gonna just talk to each other, maybe? You know, kind of like maybe we'll see. It's time to see, Chris. It's pretty much. It's one of these.
Saying we haven't talked about it yet, so.
Well, we're talking about it. We're all community here. We're one big happy family.
I'm in. We'll figure something out.
All right, Ruflo doesn't want to do it, apparently, but it's okay. We have ways of making him do things. We got the Nationals up against
that rubber arc.
We got the Nationals up against the Braves. Paolo Espino and Kyle Mueller going at it. Chris, here's one that if they didn't have the game, would anyone notice? What do you think?
The one hand in the forest game?
Yes, this one is a stinker.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the over here. Paulo Espino. I've made the mistake of backing him even just a couple of times this season. It's come back to bite me. He's still 0-7 with an ERA up over 4. On the other hand, you got Kyle Mueller, who he's bounced in and out of the rotation for good reason. This guy's a bum, and I think if there's one thing that you can count on for this game, it's going to be runs. So give me the over in this one.
Rod.
And for me in this one, I'm going to take the under again. Did good for us yesterday. I think it does good again. You look at these Braves; they are 8-1 to the under, following a win. They're 4-0 to the under their last 4 games versus a team with a losing record. Washington 6-0 to the under their last 6 following a loss. The under is 7-0-2 in the Nationals' last 9 versus the National League East. And you look at these two pictures, it's like, ooh, yuck. Take the over. I'm gonna take the under. I'm gonna go to the chair and take the under. 2 bad pitchers. Really,
I'm gonna put on my ruby red slippers, click my heels, and pretend that it didn't happen. It was all just a bad dream. Auntie M, wake me up, man. Just wake me up. Just tell me this didn't just happen. Paulo Espino on a Tuesday night. Oof. What's the Bravo lineup for tonight, man? Me below deck, down under. Yep. That's where I'll be. Woof. Yeah. Nothing pretty about that. I featured Jose Barrios leading off my 7 free props in under 7 minutes. Got my new intro to that show. Did you catch the new intro, Ruffalo?
I didn't. I'm going to actually go back and look.
I'll have to show you.
Mm-hmm.
Find it. It's similar to the 7 free picks. I just changed the music.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see if we can find it here. And I had to change it from in just 5 minutes to under 7 minutes because it just runs a little longer than that. Let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Now I don't know how to get rid of it. Uh-oh.
Is that cowbell? I think I hear cowbell.
This is a problem. This is really a problem. I don't know how to get rid of it. All right, let me see.
Can you go back to? I was going to say, is there like a camera thing at the top where it switches back?
Oh, there we go. All right.
I'm good for something.
We're back. But you guys saw it, right?
Yeah. It's inspirational. I kind of want to go for a jog after that.
Yep.
Just listen to that intro on repeat for 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Training montage.
Anyways, Jose Barrios is playing against. He's got a job as a professional baseball player still. I love the Yankees in this one. The Blue Jays got away with one yesterday. What do you think, Chris?
Yeah, that they did. But I think I'm going to go with the over instead here. Just in case the Blue Jays managed to take one off of Jameson Taillon. And, Jose Barrios, at least he's been good at winning games at home this season. But, again, I don't trust him to keep runs off of the scoreboard here. So I look for this one to be higher scoring. The runs came at a premium on Monday. I don't expect that to be the case here. Give me the over.
Rod?
Yeah, I got to agree. I agree. I think we see some runs that open 7.5 up to 8. I think we get double digits in runs in this one. Bats come to life for both teams. So give me the over 8 in this one.
Yeah, I like the, like I said, I like the Yankees in this one. Go to our next game, and it's the Mets and the Marlins. Knock, knock. Chris?
Who's there?
Pablo.
Pablo. Hey, wait a minute. That's gimmick infringement. You're gonna start a fight in the Marlins locker room.
I think the whole Marlins pitching staff qualifies for this one.
Fair enough. Jeez.
What do you got to say for yourself in this
So
one?
who are we giving the knock knock nickname to? I know it applies to everybody here. We still sticking it on Luzardo?
Yeah, he's pitching tomorrow. We're just warming up.
Okay. We're warming up. Okay. Getting the knock in hand ready.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Jesus. Jesus who? Jesus Luzardo's going to kick the crap out of the Mets.
Give me the Mets in this one. Pablo Lopez, he's been decent, over his last 6 starts. 2 runs or less allowed in 5 of the 6, but the one outlier there, he gave up 8 runs to these same Mets in 3 2/3. And in 3 of his 4 starts against the Mets this season, he's allowed at least 6 runs. I got to go with the Mets in this one to get another win over the Marlins.
Right.
Yeah, I got to agree. You look at the Mets; they're 8-2 in Carrasco's last 10 starts, and you got Pablo against these Mets. He's given up 22 runs in 3 starts. Yikes! 8 runs, 6 runs, not good. Mets get to him. Mets are also 7-0 in Carrasco's last 7 versus opponent that scored 2 runs or less in the previous. Another problem. Marlins aren't scoring runs to get wins. So I don't think the Mets are on the run line. I think they beat up on the Marlins again. Poor Pablo.
I'm taking the Marlins here. Ton of value here. Plus money against Buck Showalter in late September. And, Pablo's been lit up by the Mets his last 2 times that he's played them. Got to figure that maybe he's figured something out. I think he's been tipping his pitches in a way that only the Mets have figured this out. And I think he's going to figure it out because he's a way better pitcher than what we've seen against the Mets. And Carrasco, fully capable of implosion at any given time. There's no way I'm laying that kind of money on Carlos Carrasco or Buck Showalter at this time of year. Taking Pablo. Knock, knock. We got the Red Sox against the Orioles. I had the Orioles last night in that one. And of course, they go up big, and then it starts raining. I don't know. But opinions make 0 sense. Thank you. Hopefully that's you're talking about mine. I would appreciate that. You could be more specific, or is it just all 3 of us? Is it all 3 of us? Is it me? I don't know. You tell me. Because I don't know. 8 million people a month watch this crap, so it must be working for somebody. Knock, knock. Who's there? Scriv. Scriv who? Scriv opinion makes 0 sense. You hurt my feelings. Chris, wipe away the tears and tell me what you think of the Waka Bradish matchup at Fenway.
Okay, I'll be all right.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Scriv. Who's that? No idea. It's some guy with a weird logo and a name I don't understand.
I'm gonna go. Okay.
Like knock knock. Who's there? Scriv. That doesn't count. It's like...
Don't sully the knock knock on this guy. I'm gonna go with the under in this one. Kyle Bradish. He's had his ups and downs, but he's coming off a really good start against the Houston Astros. 8 2/3. He was 1 out away from that complete game, and I think he can hold his own against the Red Sox here, but Michael Wacha's been just shut down at home this season, a sub-2 ERA. And I think runs could be hard to come by, unlike Monday's matchup in this game. So give me the under between the Red Sox and Orioles.
You make no sense. Rod?
And for me, just for that reason, Michael Wacha's been the bright spot for the White Sox, and I think they grab a win here over the Orioles. We get good pitchers duel, so I lean to the under, but I'm going to take the White Sox here. Michael Wacha, they've just been when he starts going, they play for him. So give me the Red Sox here.
Red Sox.
I think they bounce back and get a win here.
I'm on the Orioles. Red Sox straight ass. And, when that bullpen gets extended, this is when they've been horrible all season long, and they've been extended. Last night, they were fully extended. And, I was chatting it up with Romanelli, and I said, I'm going to need a dozen runs to win this game. And sure, got to that. As soon as we got to that Baker's dozen, I just went to bed. And I even wrote up in my write-up, because I'd given it out as my $15 big play. I even wrote up in there, 5-0 in my last 5. It was in the 7th inning of the game, so that's how good I felt about it. I didn't even check the score this morning, so I don't even know where it ended up. But I'm gonna guess that I won. Anyways, Chris, what do you got for sale today? I obviously have my $15 play. I've got a few other plays there. I'm probably gonna package those as a 3-pack.
Yeah, I also have my $15 play, and like you, I'm also 5-0 last 5. It's been a nice run with the pickoff play, going for 6 today. Got that $15 play, also part of my Tuesday triple play. My 3 best bets from the MLB for $40, or use that promo code WIN15, get 15% off any package today or long term. Get the most bang for your buck.
Let's rub some salt in the wound of our competitors too while we're here. We have the most viewed YouTube channel. That's number 1. It's not even close. I should do the chart. Like I used to show it, the chart, like how many more views like we have compared to everybody else. I think I'm going to show that again. Start showing it and saying, this is how many views we have compared to everybody else combined. And then, but the thing is, we also have the all daily packages come with the credit guarantee. And what that means is that if it doesn't win, you get a credit. If it pushes, you get a credit. If it doesn't win, you get a credit. You don't have to pay extra for the right to win, right? You've already paid the right to win. You don't have to pay extra on top of that. And if you lose and you get a credit, or you push and you get a credit, you can use that credit for any capper that you want. You don't have to stick with Ruffalo's pick or my pick or Rod's pick or anyone. You could get Jovan or James Clark or Al McMorty or whoever you want. You can use your credit however you want. Yeah, I mean, we're a fraction. I mean, the guys who are the only sports betting channel that's ahead of us, as far as subscribers go, they've been at it for 6 more years, longer than we have. So we're going to pass them probably in the next couple of weeks or months, for sure. We'll pass them by the Super Bowl, easily. But anyways, yeah. You're right. I don't understand what Scriv is getting at. It makes 0 sense. Knock, knock.
Who's it?
Scriv. Who the hell is that? Get the hell away, or I'm calling the cops. Get off my property, or I'm calling the cops. That's a good one. I want to do a giveaway, man. Should we do shirts or hats? What do you guys think? The new Sports Chat logo with the new design. Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
You guys seen the logo?
I have.
Have you?
It's very nice. Very sleek.
It's lovely.
It's beautiful.
Let me see if I can find it. Show everyone the new logo. Everyone will be like, it looks just like the old logo. It's like, that's what they usually say. In the meantime, while I'm looking for the logo, for the Sports Shot logo, let's get to the next game. I like the Orioles to beat the crap out of the Red Sox, by the way. And I don't care what Scrib says about it either. We got the Cubs taking on the Phillies. Marcus Stroman on the mound against Zach Wheeler. What do you think, Chris? Stroman, Wheeler? Or is this just another Paulo Espino game? Good chance to maybe, this is the time of night where my wife will normally say to me, "Did you clean the dog's ears today?" It's like, I'd rather do that than watch this one.
I think that's definitely a consensus. But now I'm going to still go with the Phillies in this one. Marcus Stroman. If you give me Marcus Stroman on the road, it's probably a better chance I could take the Cubs in the plus money. But at home, he's been dreadful this season.
Sorry, just wanted some inspirational music. Go ahead, Chris. Just thought it would be a nice touch.
Froze for a second. I didn't know what happened.
I just went to some inspirational music. Just thought it was good timing, just thought the time was right for it. We don't always have to announce everything we're going to do.
I know. Brings me back to when we had those COVID shows, and it was when COVID first happened, and something happened in the kitchen of the house I was staying at, and everybody thought your surfboards fell in the garage, and it was my father-in-law taking pans out deciding to empty the dishwasher in the middle of a show. Anyways, I love the Phillies in this game. The Ruffalo got roofled still sticks with my family. It's for the last 2+ years. I'm still sticking with the Phillies in this one. If you gave me Marcus Stroman on the road, that's another story. But at home this season, it's been dreadful. An ERA up around 6, and Zach Wheeler, he had a nice return to the Phillies rotation. Still one of their better starters, so I got to go with the Phillies in this one. Keep their wild card aspirations alive.
Rod?
I don't know. For me, I'm going to take the over here. You look, Stroman, at home hasn't been good. 1.5 with over 6 ERA at home. And you look, Wheeler, his last 3 starts, he's 0-2 with a 5.87 ERA. So the wheels have definitely fallen off there. And you look, the last 6 meetings, 6-0 to the over. Last dozen meetings, 10-2 the over. I like the over. It's down to 6.5. That's way too low. It's like a hockey score. We can easily get over that. Give me the over at 6.5. Phillies Cubs.
There we go. There's the new Sports Shot logo. So it's similar to the old one. It's just cooler. Let's put it here.
Just got a different shape, no?
It's just 3D. It's 3D.
Yeah. There we go.
A little bit different green. Yeah. It's a nice touch. We'll just leave it there. Yeah, I can't stand Marcus Stroman either, and I don't like Zach Wheeler either. So you got a 6.5 total in this thing. Ugh. I'm gonna go with the over. Let's see what that wind is doing at Wrigley. Kind of blowing over to right, 56 degrees in Chicago. Yeah, I don't miss that at all. Bailey Ober pitching against Lance Lynn. Both these teams just been a dumpster fire, man. Just down the stretch. Both these teams had so many chances to win games, and both teams just really stink. I mean, these are bad. This is just a bad one. This is definitely, I don't know. When does Bachelor in Paradise start? Is that a show for you?
Yeah.
You know, obviously,
it used to be.
Not a program for you.
Used to be.
Well, I'll tell you, if you read up on it, you study it, you can catch up. You know, you can always catch up.
Oh,
It's pretty. The plot gets pretty intense, and it's deep, but it's I think that you could probably catch up.
If I'm sticking with my bad TV like that, I'm going to stick with the Netflix ones. At least I can go at them at my own pace rather than let it sit for a week.
Give me a 4-game guaranteed parlay. I'm betting my life savings. Why stop at 4?
Well, yeah.
We got 50 games today. You at least
hashtag why
go for
stop there.
7 or 8.
Yeah. Why stop?
Yeah, why stop there?
Yeah, no reason.
Makes 0 sense today.
I can't stand Zach Wheeler or Marcus Stroman. I can't stand those guys. It's like, anyways, we've got this one, the Twins and the White Sox. I understand, but we still have to talk about it because they actually might play it today unless we get really lucky and it just gets rained out. Rod, what do you think?
For me in this one, you look at Les Lynn. He's been pitching better than what he was at the start of the year. It takes a little bit to get warmed up here, and as I said before, I'm just going to fade the Twins the rest of the way. they're awful. And they're definitely ready to get the season over with and be done with it. So I'll take Lance Lynn here. I think he comes in and has a good start, and the White Sox snag a win. So give me the White Sox.
I went broke last night taking that early morning Guardians under. No idea what that means. No idea. Sounds like a country song. Went broke last night taking that early Guardians under. Where's my beer?
And my pickup truck.
And my boat.
There you go.
Went broke on the Guardians under. And my dog left.
Who needs Pick Dogs? Start Pick Dogs Records and then just your first signed talent.
Oh God! Speaking of talent, Miles Michaelos is on the mound on the road in Milwaukee against Adrian Hauser. Yeah, full price admission for the Brew Crew in this one. It's, Adrian Hauser is gone. He goes about 2 to 4 innings these days. Miles Michaelos on the road. I don't know. Do you think, will a beer helmet protect you from flying ball into the stands? I mean,
No.
yeah, not in this one. It's not. What do you think?
That Brewers mascot's going to be taking a few trips down the slide today. I'll tell you that much. But I look for this one to go well over the total. Like you said, Miles Michaelis, on the road this season, he did have a nice start against the San Diego Padres. Gave up just an unearned run, albeit on a loss. But still the same Michaelis that gave up 10 runs in Colorado, gave up 4 runs in Cincinnati, 4 runs in Pittsburgh. At Milwaukee, they can swing a decent bat, but Adrian Hauser has been a disaster himself for much of this season. I look for this one to get well into double digits. Give me the over here.
Yeah, I have to agree. I got to take the overs as well. Adrian Hauser's been getting housed, and Michaelos has been giving up the runs as well. When you look at the Cardinals, 7-2 the over their last 9 when their opponent scores 2 runs or less in the previous game, and the Brewers are 12-4-3 to that over their last 19 home games versus a team with a winning record. So I like the over. Bring your glove to the park today. I think it could be just like you said. The Moose will be going down the slide.
How does that work? Wait a minute. How does that work? For those that missed, maybe we should open the show with Rod going down the slide, like the old banana splits.
And he just comes into the screen on the slide.
It's like us going down the slide.
I like it.
It's like that. Was it the news reporter that went down the Brewers slide and broke his ribs?
I was thinking about making it. I was thinking about creating an intro for this show. Like a morning show intro. We used to have one. But I was thinking about doing one. But that would be a pretty good one of each of us going down the slide. That would be fun. That'd be funny. If we had like one of those kiddie pools full of Mr. Bubble, that would be even better. or Cool Whip.
Cool Whip, yeah. I've ordered too.
Cool Whip.
Great. I got to eat my way out.
Yeah, nothing says morning show Pick Dogs like a tub of non-dairy whip topping.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. How about margarine? How about like a thing of margarine?
Oh.
That's one thing I wouldn't eat, man. I don't care. I don't care. It's like that could be the last thing left on the table, man. I would not.
That would be like quicksand.
Margarine.
You just put your hand down and it just starts sinking, and you're trying to climb your way out. But it's like
you can leave a tub of margarine on the picnic table all summer long. Not a bug will go near the thing.
Yep.
It's just they won't even go near it.
No, because it's pretty close to beef fat.
No, well, if it's beef fat, I'm sure bugs would be all over it. I think it's close to plastic.
Yeah, It's not good.
No. Can't be good for you.
No.
We care about our goes in over here. None of those battered French fries for this crowd. Got the Astros taking on the Diamondbacks. Lance McCullers Jr. up against Zach Davies. Chris, tell me something I don't know.
Without getting too personal, I don't think I could, but I'm gonna go with the Astros in this one on the run line. I'm just not a Zach Davies fan, and right now the Astros are playing with some purpose and really playing well. And I think this is just a spot where you back the better team on the run line. Davies has had his issues out all season long, especially on the road, and I just think McCullers the better starter here. He's starting to get into postseason form to go on a stretch run with the Astros. Give me the Astros to win this one by at least a couple.
And for me, I like the under here. I like the under. I know you with Zach Davies going, but McCullers Jr. last 6 starts in game 1 of a series, he's 5-0-1 to that under, or an O to the under following a day off. So I think we got a lower one. Last 7 meetings, 5-2 to that under. I know Zach Davies hasn't been good, but this looks like it could be a lopsided 7-0 in this one. So I'm gonna take the under. Give me the under 8.
Guys know nothing about nothing. Everybody in the world knows that when the Diamondbacks play the Astros, these games are razor thin close. Every single game is. In fact, we can go back 9 games, and the Diamondbacks have covered the run line every single time against the Astros as dogs. Yep. And each of the Diamondbacks' last 7 games against American League opponents have all gone over. Yeah. Something to chew on.
Well, I
like that one. It's like there's something to chew on. We're all like, how thought-provoking.
I'm sitting here like I haven't had breakfast yet. I mean, it could be good.
Here's something to chew on. It's like, okay. But the Diamondbacks have covered the run line as dogs against the Astros 9 in a row. Yeah. I don't think they play that often.
Well, we played last year in
They played
2020.
They were all within 1 run of each other.
Yep, 3-2, 2-1.
Yep. Anyway, speaking of 2-1, got Patrick Sandoval versus James Caprillion. The Angels taking on the A's. The Angels minus 210 favorites in this thing. Chris?
Yeah.
This is where your life has got you. Every decision you've ever made in your life, this is the result.
Led up to right now.
You're right here. Right now. Yeah, it's all led to this moment. Which means you've made some questionable decisions. You've got the Angels against the A's. It's Sandoval versus Caprillion. Yeah. Chris is like now really questioning his life. He's ready to go join a monastery, become a monk. It's like,
God, could you imagine? Just walking around with the orange robe and just.
It's like
Yeah,
obviously my decisions don't work.
I'm gonna don't call me a monk and then say I gotta question my own decisions at this point because it's probably true. But I'm gonna go with the Angels here on the run line. The A's played better on the road this season, but James Caprillion, he's had issues against the Angels, and Patrick Sandoval a 1.53 ERA in his last 5 starts against Oakland, and he's given up 2 runs or less in each of his last 4 starts, and in 6 of his last 7. So I think Sandoval, along with this Angels offense, that's started to find themselves at a little bit too late, I think it's a mixture for a winner in this one. So give me the Angels on the run line.
Rod?
And for me in this one, I like the over. I think both teams are going to put runs on the board. You look, Oakland 8-1 their last 11, following a loss to that over. 4-0 to the over their last 4 altogether. And then you look at the Angels. They are 4-1 of the over themselves. They're also 4-1 their last 5 versus a right-handed starter. I think we see enough runs to get us over the total in this one. Bring your glove.
Those of you that were wondering out there, beef fat is keto friendly. So, just in case you were wondering.
Definitely.
Whoa, Rod, here's one. Oh my God. This is grass-fed beef testicle supplement they have. Yeah. 33
Not
bucks.
bad.
33 bucks.
It's not bad. Works. I mean, I tried it before.
Oh my God.
It's a protein.
50 pounds.
It's so good. It's a protein.
You can get
Rocky Mountain oysters.
You can get wholesale 50 pounds of quality pure-fed beef tallow, food grade, for 230 bucks. It does look like butter on a plate. This looks like butter. Yeah.
Oh, so you just spread it? It's just a spread?
Could be.
Beef testicle spread.
Who am I to play God? You know? Who am I to play God with what you do with your beef fat? It's like, that's for sure. Who died and left you, boss? It's like, I'm going to eat my beef fat how I want to eat my beef fat. Yeah, we are in September 27th.
I like my melt French fries. Oh my God, so good.
This is where we are. September 27th baseball. This is where it all leads us. Blake Snell against Tyler Anderson, Padres, Dodgers. Chris, what do you think of this one?
Oh, this is a nationally televised gem tonight, but
is it on Fox? It's on Fox.
I thought so. I thought I saw that. Maybe I'm wrong, but
Fox has been showing these baseball games like on weeknights. They show it up against the Thursday night football game because no one wants to watch Amazon.
I'm still going to stick with the Dodgers here. They've got everything pretty much wrapped up, but I'm still not fond of the Padres. I think this is a Padres team that's still wildly inconsistent and not a team I'm looking to really back in the postseason. Yeah, they've won 7 of 9. That's all well and good, but I know better than to feel comfortable backing the Padres. And Tyler Anderson, he's had a lot of success against the Padres this season. 3 runs allowed over the 3 starts, around 18 innings of work. I think he can have another solid outing and help the Dodgers get a win here. So give me the Dodgers.
And for me, I'm going to take the under just for that reason. Anderson has been pitching well. 4-0 the under, and Anderson's last 4 starts as a team with a winning record. The under is also 5-0 in Anderson's last 5 starts when their opponent lost 5 runs or more in the previous game. And you look Snell's last 5 starts on a Tuesday, 5-0 to that under. The under is also 4-0 in the Padres' last 4 in game 1 of a series. I know the trends say this goes over the last 6 meetings it went over. Time for an under. Give me the under. I think we got a pitcher's duel. Low scoring late night game in this one. Give me the under.
Oh man, I can't believe I let this guy actually speak in our comments. Douchebag. Anyways, I like the Dodgers in this one. They're just the better team, and they really hate the Padres. We got the Mariners against the Rangers. Robbie Ray going in this one. What do you think of this one, Chris?
I've had a hard time with Robbie Ray in the last few starts, but it's still 2.97 ERA in his last 5 starts against the Rangers. But I don't know. I want to see who's announced for the Rangers. I haven't seen a name as of yet, but I'll still lean towards the Mariners in this one. Robbie Ray wants to get into postseason form before it's too late. And the Mariners still have work to do. They're not out of the woods just yet. So give me the Mariners in this one.
And for me, I like the over here. You look, Robbie Ray has been roughed up his last couple starts, but still don't know who's going for Texas. But Texas 7-3, the over their last 10, and 10-1 to the over their last 6 versus a left-handed starter. And Seattle off of a 7-day or longer road trip, they come back home and they play to the over. 28-2 their last 30 off of a road trip to the over. So I like the over 7.5 in this one.
I like the Mariners. I don't see the Rangers are not good unless Perez is pitching. They've got nothing. We've got the Giants against the Rockies. Logan Webb against Herman Marquez closing out the night. Two teams that are pretty much out of it as well. Chris, what do you think of this one? So some guy in the comments talking about a pick that you made last week. One pick. I mean, what a jerk, right? I love the comment heroes, you know?
Yeah, that's
like,
why I
you're a
didn't sleep
hero,
well
man.
last night. Yeah, definitely lost sleep over that comment. But no, I'm going to go with the Rockies plus 1.5 in this one. I think it's a one-run game. Marquez, he has had his issues, but the one constant for Marquez is that he's always seemed to pitch better on the road this season. You look at his last few road starts, he's given up, 2 runs, 1 run, 7 shutout innings against the Mets at Citi Field. He's capable of putting up a gem. And Logan Webb still the staff ace despite a couple of bumpy starts for the Giants this season. I'm going to go with the Rockies plus 1.5 in this one.
Right.
And for me, I like the under here just for what you said. Marquez has been he pitches better on the road, and so I think you got a pitcher's duel on our hands in this one. That's why it's so low. It's at 7. I like the under 7. Rockies 5-0 on the road. Their last 5 to the under. 5-0 in their last 5 road games versus a right-handed starter. Giants 5-0-1 to the under on Tuesday. 4-0 to the under when their opponent scores 5 runs or more in the previous game. I like the under in this one. 7-2-2 the last 11 to the under. Low scoring one. Pitchers do it. Give me the under 7. Giants, Rockies.
I like the Giants in this one. I know it's a big price, but I don't see anywhere else to go. Anyways, you guys got any parlays for today?
Yeah, I'll go with the over between the Blue Jays and the Yankees. I'll go with the over between the Cardinals and the Brewers, and I will take the over between the Braves and Nationals.
Rod?
And for me, we're going to take Cleveland, the Pirates, and over in Phillies and the Cubs.
Someone must be watching a delayed version of the show. They're like saying, you think WNBA is more popular than the NHL? That's crazy talk. It's like, I don't know. Got nothing else to say. These guys are going to maybe do NHL. Chris is thinking about it. Rod's going to do it. But Chris is thinking about it.
No, we will. I just got to figure out what we're going to do.
You guys should do NHL rundown. Like Ron's rundown. Do NHL rundown with just you two. Just one video, quick, boom, 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 with graphics and,
That's what I was thinking.
Call it the
I like it.
Puck Dogs rundown. This way you don't have time to argue. There's no, in between time. You got, just in and out, I'm sick of this guy. I'm sick of this guy. I'm sick of both of you. It's... Yes. Family drama.
That will work out. That's what I was.
Rod's like, I'll allocate 7 minutes to that. I will show up 14 minutes late, and I will allocate 7 to it.
Definitely, I'm in.
I can do that. I think we still have that intro, right? That Puck Dogs intro, or whatever it was. Something like that. We had a graphic, right? Overlay.
Yeah, it was like a frame graphic.
Yeah, you have it still?
I think so.
Yeah, maybe we still have it. Rod, did you do your parlay?
Yep.
Diamondbacks run line for me. Diamondbacks run line, Dodgers, and the Marlins. This is Mitch for Rod and Chris. It's been one of those shows. I'm not really sure what exactly happened over the course of the past hour, but something did. And I probably said some things I'll regret, and some things I'm probably just wondering why the hell I even talked about that stuff. But, yeah, just if you're going to eat beef fat, just do so in moderation.